I have just come out of the National Medal of Honor Museum here in Chattanooga. It's just across from the aquarium. And I'll be the first to admit I've walked past it many times thinking I should probably go in. And I've just convinced myself I've been too busy, or it looks so small I wasn't really sure what I was going to see. It turns out that there's over 9,000 square feet upstairs. And it is a really moving contribution to the lives of the men and women that have received the Medal of Honor, the Silver Star, the Purple Heart, all those kinds of things. What I didn't know until I went in is that the first Medal of Honor was given right here in Chattanooga. And I've been to the National Veterans Museum or Cemetery, National Cemetery, and looked at the monument with the train on top, not having any clue what that was in reference to. And it was in reference to a group of men who went to Atlanta to try to steal a locomotive. And I think they were all dressed in civilians' clothes, so they knew that if they were caught, they could be tried and hung as spies. But they went anyway. And they were caught. The train ran out of fuel. They were caught. And 6 of them were tried and hung. A handful of them escaped. And 6 of them were held to be a prisoner swap for Confederate soldiers being held here in Chattanooga. And it was those who were part of that swap who received the first medals. And the very first one awarded out of those 6 was a man by the name of Parrott, who was 18 years old. Andrew's Raiders sort of set the stage for a lot of the other stuff that would happen. That was in 1862. And then in 1862, and then 1863 is when all of the major battles we've talked about around Chattanooga took place. They were trying to bring about an end to the war. But inside here as well, they have a huge display for Private Desmond Doss, who you may have seen portrayed in the movie Hacksaw Ridge. I think it was Hacksaw Ridge, is that it? I'll look it up to make sure that's right. I always get that confused with Heartbreak Ridge, I think was Clint Eastwood's movie. Desmond Doss was from Collegedale, that area around Collegedale, and I've been to that memorial as well on this channel. And then there's also quite a deal in there to one of the pilots from the Vietnam War who flew helicopters in to rescue people who were under attack. And he was from here in St. Elmo. There's just a lot of Medal of Honor recipients who were born or raised here in Tennessee. Out of, if I remember the original movie correctly, we've had about 41 million men and women serve in the armed services in the United States. And out of 41 million, 3,500 have received the Medal of Honor. And out of that, I think there were 2 sets of fathers and sons, and there was 1 woman. So it's quite a place to go through. And if you're in Chattanooga, whether you live here and you've never been, or if you're visiting Chattanooga and you're here at the Tennessee Aquarium, take the time to go through this museum on the Medal of Honor. It is a very sobering account. We'll see you tomorrow.